This is Shade41210 coming at you live from Shade412 Productions. And my apologies about the extreme crash. Temporarily happened. I'm on good internet, so I lowered the quality for my streaming viewers. Alright, today I'm going to teach you A, how to make an A rank, B, what my Shinobis look like, and C, what are the best possible stat cards that you could put on a Shinobi to raise their rank. I'm going to teach you how to bring a Shinobi up who has no ability. I'm going to climb that Shinobi up, show you how to get it to an A rank, and that's pretty much going to be my video. More a tutorial for new people that aren't very familiar with the game and they understand that the biggest stat is hit point. Like, hit point is your biggest stat, and it always will be your biggest stat. You get a 2,000 times bonus in comparison to the rest, 8,000 times bonus on attack. Defense, I'm not so sure. CP, I'm not so sure. So the next thing I'm going to show you is we are going to go all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom to start, right? Okay, let's start with Kabuto. He's a D rank, right? Pretty trash. He only has one jutsu that I was able to obtain. I wasn't too interested in him because I feel like he was heavily underrated. Now, the first thing you have to do is first take off all of the cards except for the cards that belong to the character. Second, the next thing that you could possibly do to bring up his stat and have bonuses is you get a 15% bonus for matching the card with the character. So say you had any other Kabuto cards and you put it on him, you get a 15% bonus. Now, this is where you can get a 10% bonus. You notice how in the top left it had a blue icon. Now, if you go like this, and you just leave the blue icon, you put hit point, and this will give you the most stats without a doubt. So this is just an example. So we went from, what was it, E to C, that's jumping 2 ranks up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the best hit point stuff that I have for items and put it on the character also. Then look at that, it's already an A rank. Now we're not done there. Now, normally you wouldn't even be able to pull this off with one jutsu. Now, to go even farther is to unlock every single ability to the character. Even though my Kabuto doesn't have an ultimate, or he doesn't have his other 2 techniques, he still has 1 technique. And that's really all that matters. As long as he has 1, he's in the clear. Because, just depending on what kind of weapons that you have. Like, I'm sure that everybody's wondering what kind of perks that I have on those weapons that spikes my character so quickly and so high. And I'll explain that to you, that it was the HP beads. The beads that are, the beads that are basically giving you anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000. Now, if you have the Shinobites to get HP beads, trust me, buy them, they're worth it. They are probably going to be the reason that you live through matches. Like, if you get an item that has extra slots, save those extra slots, put stuff into those slots, but make sure it's HP. Otherwise, focus on seal resistance. And now that's, a shout out to Shikamaru Hokage, because I noticed that's how his Sakura is and his Naruto is. See, I fought him, and I lost over and over and over again because I was trying to do the guild base, and I was trying to be like everybody else on the guild, but I can't meet up to par with everyone because everybody else beat the guild at least once, the base, and I haven't been able to do it. As soon as I run into the Kage, he crushes me. He crushes me into dust because he has seal resistance. Regardless if I can seal him, I can't really do anything. So mind you, working alongside of someone like that, coming from a guild where I was the strongest, how quickly things have changed. Now in my guild, I was the whale and everybody else was the fish. Now it's the other way around. I'm the little salmon swimming around a bunch of whales, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just gives me motivation to climb ever higher, you know what I mean? Now, if you guys haven't noticed, this is taking just a little bit of time, but, by the time that we go back and look at him, it's more than possible he might have touched S rank, I'm not certain, but I used the best stat possible to put on Kabuto, So, enjoy that. Kabuto is not a favorite. I do not like Kabuto. I like the original Kabuto because I have a jutsu that revives him from the dead, and those are very good jutsus to have. Now, he is a 187k, and he jumped all the way to number 6. Now, you can't tell me that's not impressive coming from a character that has no ult and only has one jutsu. Mind you, this jutsu is only level 2. Okay, so that's the first tutorial of how to make an A rank with barely anything. The second is when you have your item cards, focus on level 5 HP beads. You see that? That hit point bonus is massive. Each one of my Harpins, the pink items that I have massive bonuses to them because I decided to take them off, reroll, take them off, reroll. If you get anything above 6,000, don't take it off and replace it. I never do that. Never, because you're set up fat. Okay, so one of my friends requested that I show my Shinobis, so I'm going to tap each one, and we're going to take a good look at each character that I have. This is Shino Aberane. I really wish that I was able to get his ultimate because he's a gate-crashing champion. I've seen other people use him, and he is something else, let me tell you. Like, he just puts his ultimate at the gate, walks through, and everybody dies. Like, that's pretty cool. I got a level 2 Beetle Sphere. I got a level 2 Insect Smoke, and then I got a level 6 Insect Spill. Mind you, I haven't really beefed him up. One day I will. And then Hishirama Senju Reanimation Sage Mode, I was able to get, I think I have all 3 of his moves, but one of his other moves is on the other Hishirama, because I don't have an ult, so my advice to you is if you have extra stat cards for a character you don't have a full kit or an ultimate for, I would say put it on the character that you do have a full kit and an ultimate for. This is my awesome Aceratobi. Unfortunately, during the event where the SAM dropped his ult as a reward, I wasn't present. I really wish I was. But, mind you, I have everything maxed out on him except for his Fist Barrage and his Chunk Slash. But they're all pretty high, he's not too bad. He's not an E. Okay, so here's my Yamato. Probably one of my least favorites. I got everything to level 6, so the only thing that's not level 8 is his Garden Pine Jutsu. I would never suggest Yamato, but to be entirely honest with you, I can't go against him either, because I've never used him. Now, the Summer Break Hinata, I struggle, very much so, trying to fight her. Like, she has beat me just for the simple facts that she has a frame rate that stops you from getting hit by her. Mind you, I have one of the free cards on her that you can earn from the missions, because I couldn't find all of her kit. I was just lucky enough to get 2 of her jutsus. Her Gentle Step Tempest Palm, which inflicts slow movement, increases damage dealt to enemies inflicted with slow movement, so that was the reason why I wasn't able to really hurt her. And then every time I tried to unleash my ult, this stopped me, because it puts slow movement into play, increases damage dealt to slow movement enemies, so she has 2 jutsus like that. And this one increases her crit, and it also inflicts a seal. So pretty much handicaps and cripples your characters. Now, Ino, I have no idea. Like, honestly, Ino's not a fan. Like, I'm not a fan of Ino. But I have 2 level 4s for her and a level 6. Would not suggest her, but, hey, somebody love them. Some love them, some don't. I'm not one of those that actually like her. And then I have Karin. She has Chakra Control Agility, which is like a speed boost, medical ninjutsu, so she's kind of a healer, and then perfume spray, and they kind of stole that from Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. And then we have Sai. Sai is a character who paints all of his jutsu, and he's kind of like an artist, I'd say. Not a preferred. I'm pretty sure that his ult was dropped during an SAM that I wasn't on the game or present for. I'd give him a 4-star out of, 5. He's not bad, and I've seen people rock his ult. And then we have Sakura Horner Break. She's looking a little fine as hell because, Bandai's just as freaky as the rest of us. But these are the jutsus I have for her. I'm not going to put them back on because they're on my other Sakura, and of course we all know that, you want to have your Sakura Beast Mode. So, you know, I have a watermelon destruction at level 5. I have her summer blossom clash at 5. And then I have her other jutsu only at 1, because I just recently got it, and to be entirely honest with you, I really wish I got her ult or Hinata Summer Breaks ult, because they're both really cool and OP. Alright, here is Kiba Inuzuke. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get his ult from an SAN drop either, because his was 1 also. But he is a favorite. I do like Kiba. Kiba is fast. Kiba has the ability to have his dog attack for him. For example, Akamaru Triple Barrage, causing damage, inflicting slow movement, effect large. It sets off traps. It increases according number of stats increased on the user, so that means his stat increases stat, unlike other characters. Negate the user's stat increase after attacking. Increase damage to enemies to slow movement. And I'm pretty sure that 2 of his moves here make them slow, and his all fours jutsu makes him extremely fast, like Minato. So he is a meta that could be a speed character. If I had an ult for him, he would be much better. Hanabi Hyuga. I gotta tell you, she is an interesting one, and I've seen some people play with her online. She is definitely pretty cool. Like, her Hanabi style rotation, if you ever get this card, just know it's a good card to have, and it will definitely benefit you because it seals. The sealing factor of her is what really makes her beast. I don't know what her ult is, unfortunately I haven't seen it, but yeah. Here's Konohamaru Sarutobi. I believe he is the most underrated character in the game. This little guy should have a Rasengan, or something. He's got sexy jutsu, shuriken clone jutsu, and the bomb great explosion. Now, I don't know if Bandai ever watches my videos, but Bandai, shout out, please give us a re-kit ultimate for this young man. He is Naruto's disciple, and it is even proven right here that there is no ult. If he had an ultimate, you would have orange things at the very bottom here that would say it boosted the character, but it does not, unfortunately. Moving on, we have Kinkaku. Now, before we even get into Kinkaku reanimation, I gotta say it right now. Where is Ginkaku? If we got Kinkaku, where is Ginkaku? Ginkaku is in his attack set, but he was never released into the game. What's up with that, Bandai? You reanimate this guy, but you don't give us the other one. So, a little backstory for anyone who hasn't watched Naruto before. Kinkaku and Ginkaku were both swallowed by the Ninetales, and they both got spat up. They got puked out, and they came out with Ninetales chakra. That's why his arm's kind of like that with the rope on it. So he has interesting jutsus. I've never used him before. We have Bohoshin, Fire Scroll, Ginkaku, Shishiken, and Ginkaku Bahishago. See, what bugs me is 2 of those moves he's using Ginkaku, but he's not in the game. Like, talk about stolen moves, right? He's not bad. I would definitely give him a 5 out of 5 star if I had his own. Now this one, I would give a 6 star out of 5 star, just because I cannot, like, I can beat him, but it's at least a 30-second battle to beat this dude. First of all, one of his jutsus turn him invincible. This one turns him invincible. And this one, he has 2 jutsus that turn him invincible. You know, like, 2 jutsus. The turn boy invincible, like, and increases his attack power. It is just hell in a handbasket to try to beat this guy. Like, Yutaka is just an OP meta. I can only imagine how well he would be in an attack mission. I wouldn't know. Now, just recently, I was able to obtain Zogetsu Hozuki's ultimate, and his ultimate is the water transformation jutsu waterfall. Like, he goes into a puddle of water, and then he jumps up out, and he slashes you from, like, a right side. Pretty sick, to be entirely honest. I don't know if I said it in Ninja Storm, or if it was a different game, but it was awesome. You know, I love fighting against that sword. That sword is massive. It's almost twice the size of the guy's body. Excuse me. Anyways, I have a level 6 water style transformation jutsu, which is where he kind of he turns into water and he slides across the screen kind of thing. I think it triggers traps. It also only takes 1 second to recharge and a 40 CP cost, which is pretty OP, which means he can just turn into liquid every time he's in trouble. You know, that's pretty decent. And then we have Water Style, Mighty Arm, Half Moon Slice. This one kind of swings down and a crap ton of water comes with it. He swings the Executioner Blade, causing a pillar to appear up ahead and cause damage. Haven't quite maxed it out, but you know, it's not bad. That's not bad. And then we have Submersion, swings the Executioner Blade, causing damage. Got that to 5 of 6. I would give Getsu Hozoki a 4 out of 5 star. Now we are moving on to Jugo. Now, if you weren't aware, he did not have an ultimate in the game before a certain SAM. You were talking to the one who was responsible for contacting Bandai about this. I told him it was unfair that this character has been in the game since I got in the game last year in October. He doesn't have an ultimate. You want to know how I knew? Because I checked his abilities and there was no ultimate grinding things. Like these things right here, these orange things did not exist before I contacted Bandai. And then they made it hell in a handbasket just to get your hands on them. Like, I do have his ultimate and this is what it looks like. I got it to level 7 of 8. This is a very good ult to have, everyone. Like, 48-second recharge ultimate at level 7. It does DOT, damage over time, damages all the enemies on the floor, it inflicts darkness, and it also increases the evasion rate. And not only that, when you get to level 8, that medium rate turns to a large rate. Now I haven't got it there because I kind of, I would give him a 3 out of 5 stars, so that's enough said about why I wouldn't use him. And then we have Sasori, my man, as Data would say. So, Sasori, I can't really give you any info on him other than I don't use him very often. I've never used him, but I have lots of jutsus for him already maxed out, so I'm kind of just waiting on an ultimate to come in. You know, I got a level 8 Poison Smoke, level 8 Thousand Hands, level 8 Iron Sand Scattered Showers, and then I can put all of them out like that. Ends up at 94, not bad. Got plenty of extra cards for him. You know, okay, so moving on. One of my personal favorites, Boruto Uzumaki Ganin. Ganin Uzumaki. Whew. Well, let me tell you something. If Bandai ends up watching my videos and ever takes my, word into consideration like they did Jugo, I really wish you guys would do a better rekit for this Genin Boruto. His first 2 moves, great. His 4 stars, just kind of trash, to be honest with you. The only thing that's good about it is the critical hit ratio. Now, his ultimate is gangster. Like, straight up gangster. It is old classic. I mean, the Vanishing Rasengan, come on now. Come on now. We all know that's OG. Yeah, I got it to level 5 of 8. It's not too bad. Little boy got some moves in him. So I got the Aqua Blast on him, but honestly, I'd rather replace the Thunderbolt with something else. Like, I don't even know if he has something else is the problem. I mean, he has a Sliding Strike, but I'm pretty sure it's already on him. See, the problem with this character is he needs more moves. He needs a better rekit, because I'm only giving him a 2.5 out of 5 stars, about half, which is kind of the lowest that you've heard so far out of my reviews. Now, 1010, I give her an instant 5 out of 5 stars, because 1010 has the ability to trigger traps with this fan right here. Very, very nice fan. Oh my god. Causes damage, inflicting damage over time, increases users' power and evasion rate, and sets off traps. Awesome jutsu. The rest of her jutsus could probably be updated. She does need an update. I do have her ultimate if you want to take a peek. This is what we got. It is hidden weapon user who makes the first move. I got it to 48,000 at level 7 of 8. Terrible damage for a level 7 jutsu. Drops Iron Sphere, causing damage and medium damage. Also inflicts slow movement, decreasing evasion, and setting up damage area, and sets off traps. Now I wasn't aware of the damage area because I didn't pay enough attention to it, but yes, 5 out of 5 on her. OP. Now here is Sasuke Uchiha. Wouldn't want to be eyes like pitch black. The heat drives him like a maniac, but if you mess with him, he'll sting you right back. Alright. We're dropping those rhymes like the crown. So we actually have some choices for this young sausage. And so right here, we have Chidori, level 3 ultimate. It is, I would say a 4 out of 5 star because, you know, it pierces through enemies causing a large amount of damage. You know, it's not bad. It's pretty good for the very first Sasuke that came out. And then, you know, the Black Chidori is a pretty good move to have on him. The Lightning Flicker is pretty dope. The Teleport Sharingan, and then I have the true Chidori Spear. You know, the Sharingan, the Fireball, the Chidori String. He definitely has a bigger variety than most of the other characters, just because of how long he's been into the game. Now, of course, you know, we were eventually going to come across him. The very first character that ever came into this game. I'm sure he was the first in 2017 when they released the game, but I don't know. Now, let's do a review on him. This is Naruto Uzumaki, the very first kit that ever was brought to the game. And what we have for him is the stolen move from Naruto Light. Bum bum bum! Yes, that move was stolen from this character. And let me tell you, it is broken now. It used to turn him invincible, now it does not. It swarms of shadow clones, pummeling the enemy, causing a huge amount of damage. I was able to get it to level 5 of 8, so it only has a 50-second recharge. Very decent. Now, the other move I have is called the Rasengan. This, I was totally shocked. When I started this game, everyone I knew got this ultimate, except me. I didn't get no ultimate. You wanna know what they gave me? Another crappy stat card for Naruto. 60-second recharge all that time? Aw, man, like, come on, yo. That's not really fair to me. You'd think after paying that much money into the game, they'd at least hook me up with the default one, but no. No, thanks, Bandai. So I would give this Naruto a 2 out of 5, actually, because the fact is he doesn't have much of a kit. I mean, he has the Harem Jutsu, Shadow Clone Uppercut, Clone Throw, he has the Clone Spin, he has Shadow Clones, and Wild Claw. He only has one Jutsu that triggers traps, he has one that paralyzes, and just about the only good Jutsu for him, as of right now, would be this one, the Wild Claw. Increases the movement speed, and that's the only reason why. The Shadow Clones are probably his best other move because they trigger traps. Moving along, we have my most hated character in the game right now. As for Pao, his ultimate is without a doubt the best. But I still am going to give him a 0 out of 5 review because he is gay. Reverse Harem Jutsu. Bandai? For real? No. Just no. The fact is, I only got these 2 cards from the daily spins. I was really disappointed in the fact that I didn't spin on him, but at the same time, at least I'm not running around there jumping a bunch of guilds with dudes. Alright, moving on. I don't even want to talk about Light anymore. He's such a handful to deal with. Then we have Miu Turame, who is the Mizukage. Yes, I won her ultimate at an SAM event. I got it to level 6. It has a recharge of 51 seconds. It sends out acid flying, causing damage, inflicting damage over time, and setting up a damaging area, which is pretty awesome because it sits on the field for a while. If you're able to pull off level 8, it decreases the enemy's defense as an effect for large, which is always helpful because she's sitting you in a pool of lava. Moving on, we have Boruto Uzumaki without his headband before he became a shinobi. Now, this one, I would give a better review than the other one, 4 out of 5, because the Boruto stream has an interesting effect. Just the way that he sets it up. Throwing himself at his opponent in a massive headbutt. Come on, that's pretty tight. You can't tell me that's not tight. Then we got Shadow Clone Jutsu, Boruto Rush, Demon Wind Shuriken, stolen from Naruto originally. Notice he doesn't have it in this game. And then Triple Stream. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. And then we have Killer B. Killer B, my boy. I wish so much that I had his ultimate, but unfortunately, I do not. We have the move Acrobat, Ink Clone Jutsu, Super Vibrato, Lightning Style Katana, and then Lightning Style Lariat. Now, this character, I'm definitely going to give a 5 out of 5, guaranteed, because Killer B is just a classic character. He is the 8 Tails Jinchuriki. He's a rapper in the series. He's black. I mean, come on, what else is there to tell? I mean, like, that's pretty awesome right there. His tailed beast bomb is just something else. His tailed beast twist is something else. Now, this one, a shout out to Cuddlebug, leader of Shade 412 Guild. Like, this guy, she just recently got his ultimate, and I would give him a 4 out of 5, just because he is awesome. He has 2 good paralyzing moves, and his kunais are DOT, damage over time. Moving on, we have Choji. Now, just another little thing. He never had an ultimate before I contacted Bandai. I am also responsible for this character getting an ultimate. I contacted Bandai and harassed them about the fact that we don't have an ultimate for him. I said, heck, just take it out of Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. You know, it's just not fair, because Choji was in the story. If you read the story, his father, Kakashi, several people told him he is physically going to be the strongest character in Naruto, and he still is. This is why I made sure that he had an ultimate. His ultimate is awesome. Causes a huge damage to surroundings, inflicting enemies with paralysis. It makes him invincible, and at level 8, those medium stats turn into large, and the length of invincibility becomes 6 seconds of invincibility at level 8, which is definitely beneficial. And with this move helps you out a lot. Charges ahead while spinning, causing damage, inflicting enemies with slowed movements, and decreasing defense and evasion. Increase the user's attack, movement speed, and crit. And if you get it to level 8, that becomes a large effect. So definitely having this level 8. Now, after they gave him his ult, I would definitely give him a 5 out of 5, because he's amazing if you can really ride with him. Then we have the Nato Namikaze, a non-reanimation edition. Now, I'm going to stop right here and give you guys just a little explanation from my side of the point of view. I think he was somewhat underrated, but his moves are super cool. Like, I have 2 ultimates for him to showcase for you. We have the Rasen Senko Genai Shukai Ninshiki. That is when he transports, he uses a transportation technique at a high speed, causing a large amount of damage with his Rasengan. It's decent. I would give this Minato a 4 out of 5 stars. His Flying Rising combo level is pretty cool too. Many hits, lots of hits over time, very good. You know, notice he doesn't need his ultimates to even become a B rank. Excuse me, pardon me. And now we have Shizune. Shizune. We will give her a 4 no. I'm giving her too much credit. We will give her a 1.3 out of 5 stars because, let's face it, she's a self-healer, self-defense, and 1 physical attack. Her God Palm Jutsu makes it so that she removes all the status ailments, but that's it. I mean, how is that even really beneficial to anyone? It's not really. Okay, so moving along, we have Sara Uchiha Genin. She has the Fire Style Phoenix Fire Jutsu, Lightning Style Lightning Ball Jutsu, Cherry Blossom Clash, Triple Boom. Now, her ultimate, it's pretty good. I've tried her out. She's pretty good on attack missions too. Believe it or not, she could still be a lead. Jumps high into the air, releasing highly concentrated chakra, causing a large amount of damage. It's a 60-second recharge with a 21% crit, which is pretty decent for that little girl. And I would give her an easy 4.8 out of 5 because of her ability to just run through the map and meta crap over and over again. She has a paralyzer, a DOT, and 1 good shot jutsu. Moving along, we have Kaguya Otsutsuki. Now, this is what we grinded for in the last SAM was her ultimate. Now, looking at her right now, what do you think? Drop a comment below. Do you think I would have got her ultimate? Of course, I got her ultimate. Now, showcasing. She is a 5 out of 5 star guaranteed. Her huge explosion decreases CP when put in the defense state. And then on top of that, she recovers CP if you get her ult to level 8. I have no interest in grinding her ult. I have no interest in grinding her. Kaguya is not a favorite, because she has one of Naruto's jutsus. They just renamed it and put another picture on it. also, you know, the needles, you know, they could have done better than that. You know, they could have done a lot better than that, but they didn't. You know, Kaguya, I'm sorry, but you know, like, you don't even deserve a review. Alright, moving on. He is a definite 5 out of 5, guaranteed. He is a OP. His Night Guy costs no chakra, but the problem is it paralyzes you afterwards. And then all of his moves all have stat buffs on each ones that are ups and downs. You get slowed down by one, you can just use Hot-Blooded Flight to speed yourself back up. This character is a guaranteed. He is a guaranteed 5 out of 5 star. Hello and welcome to my stream, everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for watching, I appreciate you. This is, once again, for people who's just coming in, this is a tutorial video on how to get in any character to Arank. Okay, so we have Sasuke Uchiha versus Itachi. Oh, it's also a Shinobi showcase showing everybody my Shinobis. I know you guys haven't heard my voice in a while, and I haven't really said anything in a while, but that's just because I've been going through stuff. You know, it's the holidays, and I got only my girl to spend it with, and that's perfectly fine. I'm getting off topic. Alright, so Sasuke Uchiha versus Itachi. I am definitely giving him a 4.6 out of 5 stars because his Kirin is dope. Like, look at this. Ooh, level 6 of 8 and so close to level 7, y'all. Look at that. Ooh, 83, 350 CP cost, 60-second recharge, and 26%. Ooh, boy. Yeah, he's a tough cookie. Alright, moving along, we have Orochimaru. I have both of his ultimates, actually. Orochimaru, I would give a 5 out of 6 star because he has 2 ultimates on my character. The Shadow Striking Stake only takes 60 seconds, but it inflicts poison for an extra long time, and if you can't turn invincible, you're kind of in trouble there. That's worse than DOT. And then we have Summoning Reanimation Hokage. It's interesting, the visual effects are great, awesome. So moving along, we have Sasuke Uchiha, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. I have 2 ultimates for this boy. We have the Inferno Style Flame Control, and then we have the Flame Control Sword. As for this one, I would give him a 3 out of 5 stars, just because he's not really who I ride with. He's not the Sasuke I like. This is Rock Lee. I have his ultimate. I have his full kit. You know, he's 60-second recharge, level 5 of 8. It increases his defense and evasion, and, you know, it causes medium damage. So it's pretty good to have. You know, he's very, very fast. Very, very fast character. He has moves that give some insane stat buffs, like this one. The Gate of Life, you know, increases the user's attack power, movement speed, and decreases defense. You know, so every upside has a downside when it comes to these guys who have the Gates. So we will give him a 4.6 out of 5 stars. Moving on, we have Kakuzu. I will immediately give him a 5 out of 6 star. Why? Is because his ultimate has a lot of range to it. I got it in SAM, the very first SAM, no less. It was my gift as high ranking with Danzo, I believe, you know. And it manipulates Earth Grudge, causing damage and inflicting paralysis. Very beneficial. Plus, he has a lightning style, a wind style, and a fire style. He has 3 different chakra natures on his character, and that's always beneficial. Moving along, we have Kisame Hoshigaki, member of the Akatsuki. And I will give him a 5 out of 5 because, you know, his Ravenous Raging Sharks is all about that height. 58 seconds, recovers CP of all allies on the same floor, increased damage dealt to paralyzed enemies with damage over time, and it inflicts paralysis. That's a wonderful technique. We also have this other one, Water Style Shark Bomb Jutsu, 3000 60-second recharge, 250 CP though, and it restores your CP after you use it, so that's always decent too. Let's just put that on him and see what kind of strength he would have. Ooh, yes. Alright, moving along, we have Tobirama Senju. Tobirama Senju is one of those characters I would say is OP. Very, very OP. If you have his paper bombs, my god, use him as your lead. I don't. I have his explosive water bite of the water dragon. It's basically from the old games where he just drops 4 dragons straight downwards on the opponent, weighing on their heads. Although his jutsus are not to be messed with. you know, he has a lot of water style, but this is one that I was able to get from his second re-kit. Materialize a water spear, causing damage and inflicting confusion, increasing damage to paralyzed enemies and slowed enemies. So that is definitely a jutsu you might want to have on him, because it's just, you know, I just read it to you. This Madara I would give a 5 out of 5, because his Susanoo blade is just awesome. It raises the crit of everybody on the floor for a pretty good amount of time. I was able to pull off getting mine to level 7, or excuse me, level 6. It manipulates perfect form Susanoo, causing massive damage to enemies on the floor. It increases the enemy's attack and crit, and that's a large effect. It's a 60-second recharge, but the CP cost is kind of insane. And the fact that it's a 55% to be a crit, that's awesome too. I'm not going to put it on him because it's on one of my better Madaras. Moving along, we have Sasuke, Wandering Ninja. I will give him a 5 out of 5 review, because Sasuke is my boy, and he always will be my boy. 1 second to everybody watching the stream, I need to take a sip of this soda. I'm getting kind of thirsty. Thank you for all the 3 people that are watching. I appreciate your support and your constant helpage. So this is Sasuke, adult Sasuke. He was one of my personal favorites. I just don't use him anymore. This is the ultimate I have for him. Susanoo Soaring Spirits. He kind of just slashes with the Susanoo. That's basically it. 60-second recharge. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's got 1% crit, though. That's the only reason I'm not a big fan of using him. His multiple meteors other people have are awesome. But I mean, just look at how many jutsus I have for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 basic jutsus for this bad boy and 1 ult. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, look, he's got one for 80-20 with a 36% crit. He's got one for 69-20 with a 36 crit. Another 88 with a 36 crit. He's all about that critical hits. So he's an all-out 5 out of 5. Now, moving along, we have Sarada Uchiha without her headband before she became a Genin. I do not have her third move, but I have read about it. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just going to say that this is the kit that I have. I have the Shuriken Bomb, the Kunai Paper Bomb, and the Sharingan. She is underrated. She needs a new kit, and I wish I had her third move to really see what she was made of, but I don't. So I would give her a 3 out of 5 stars, but now we need a re-kit. Datara. Datara is my boy, and to be honest, I'm going to give you a little flashback. Datara was the very first ultimate I ever got in this game. This was my very first ult, was C3. I only got another one since that day. And it's a 70-second recharge, but it has a crit of 11, so it's pretty decent. I also have his other ultimate if you'd like to take a peek. It is called C4. It has a 40-second recharge, which is nuts. It doesn't do any damage, but that's because it inflicts DOT to all enemies on the floor. Now that's dangerous. Dangerous, my friends. It is fun to have on him, but clearly C3 is stronger based on attack power. You know, he's got the detonating snake Clay, he's got Bird, he's got Owl, Phoenix, and Array. So he's got a good kit, you know. I think that he was given several things, you know. So moving along, we have Raikage Eye. I'd give him a 5 out of 5. He is definitely a meta. He hits over and over again. He does a massive amount of damage. His double lariat is just cool to watch altogether, because you get to have Killer B showcased in with his ultimate. It inflicts paralysis, removes status ailments from the user, and at level 8 it recovers the hit point for a period of time. And at level 1 it's got a 56% recharge, which is pretty dang quick for an ult. Moving along, we are moving to Danzo. He is a personal favorite of mine, but unfortunately I keep getting his ults. He is a 5 out of 5, guaranteed, probably one of the best attackers you could work with if you can ride with him, that is. Now, Danzo has the Izanage, which means if you kill him while he had it activated, he'll just get back up like a zombie. Now, the problem with mine is I have the reverse tetragram ceiling, I have the Izanage. It says level 1, but let's not kid ourselves, people. I actually have a level 8 ult for Izanage. 66 recharge, uses forbidden visual jutsu, causing a large amount of damage on the floor, revives you once you are defeated within a certain time. Now this guy, OP. Very OP. You see that? It went up so very much just putting it in color. But we're not going to because Danzo isn't one of the leads anymore. Naruto, 7 Hokage Uzumaki. He gets a 5 out of 5 star because he's rolling Susanoo Sword in Spirits. I do not have that jutsu. I unfortunately only have his tailed Beast Bomb and I think his 5k Barrage? Yes. 5k Barrage is beneficial because it decreases the defense and inflicts confusion. We have Naruto's tailed Beast Bomb at level 3. It's beneficial, has an 11% crit. Not bad, not bad. So, 7th Hokage Naruto, like I said, 5 out of 5 because of his new kit. These are the jutsus I've obtained for him. I got Massive Rasengan Rolling Attack, Rasengan Super Barrage, Mini Rasengan Shuriken, and Mountain Tempest. And then as we move along, we run into Haku. Now, this is a fan favorite of Jamork. Shout out, bro. You know, and Jamork likes to use him before he actually got an ult in the game. So it was pretty cool to watch him play with this character. Very, very fast. Considerably the fastest character in the world because he can teleport to each mirror. Moves at high speeds between ice mirrors, causing damage. It does 3,600 damage, 250 for chakra, and 11% crit. Not bad, not bad. Moving along. We have Kabuto Yakashi. Kabuto, I would definitely give a 4 out of 5. He revives himself with his chakra blade dissection strike or whatever. 73% second recharge at level 1, and it revives you if you're defeated within a certain amount of time. All around awesome character. He's got a poison field that sits on the field to continuously damage not only poisoning you, but the damaging field is deadly if you get stuck in it. So traps work great with him. Awesome combos. You know, make sure you use that to your advantage, my friends. Okay, and then we have Kisame Hoshigaki. Again, because he moved up. Yeah, let's skip past him. We already did him. Hidan, yes. 4 out of 5 stars. He has Immortal Flesh. It turns him invincible, does a little bit of damage, 54-second recharge, and a decent amount of chakra. He uses the Flash God Omen, Dismemberment, Death Possession Blood, Punishment, and by Dragon. Now, I'm sure there's a few more jutsus on him, but I tend to take the crappy ones off. Hidan, 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5, guaranteed. Now, we all know his name is Obito, even though his name is Madara in the game. Don't know what Bandai did it like that, but whatever. You know, and then we got, this is the reason why he's OP. Increases users' movement speed and evasion and makes them invincible for a period of time. So basically, he just makes everything phase through him. His ultimate is quite interesting. It is the Ghetto Statue, and it inflicts paralysis, setting up damaging areas. At level 8, it turns to huge. So, you know, he's going to paralyze you. He's going to stick these four electric bombs on the battlefield that just sit there. Okay, moving on. Dariai, not so much. I am not a big fan of him. I give him a 3 out of 5. He has the Black Panther on level 3. The Black Hunting, you know, that has 11% crit, inflicts paralysis, DOT, and ignores niche resistance. It also confuses them. So when they do decide to walk, they'll start walking stupid. Gale Style Laser Circus is his other move, not typically a fan. Moving along, we have the Shichukage, and I have his ultimate. I don't have his particle style. I have the Earth Golem Rumble. 60-second recharge, inflicts slow movement, and causes a medium amount of damage. Not typically one of the people that you'd want to run around with. He's kind of weak. If you have his particle style, I take that back. Enjoy it. Gara. The very first Gara. But now, what I gotta say about him is he is a 5 out of 5 because of his Shell of Sand. His Shell of Sand is a pain in the butt. If you have him in the final gate and he's got the Shell of Sand and he's got invincibility, you know, it's pretty much impossible to break that damn shell. He has many offensive moves. He has about 5 to my name. And I do have his ultimate too if you want to take a peek at that. This is his ultimate technique. It's called Giant Sand Burial. It causes a large amount of damage and it has a wide radius. 5320 for POW, 11% crit, and 300 CP. Moving along, Gara gets a 4 out of 5, or 5 out of 5, excuse me. Moving on to Minato Reanimation Manikaido. In his kit, you have many things where you can teleport. He has one where you can teleport to the other side of the field, which is awesome. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basic jutsus for him and 2 ultimate techniques. The flying rising paper bomb level has, it's alright. It's not one I like to use, so I leave this one on him. Very massive amount of combos. It sets off traps. It's a multiple attack jutsu. It increases attack, movement speed, and allies of all same floors. Moving along, he gets a 5 out of 5 star because of his ability to jump anywhere on the field he so chooses. We already reviewed this Sasuke, so we're moving along. Tobi, awesome, greatest, 5 of 5. Don't have his ultimate for the bomb jutsu, but I do have his ultimate that we earned in the last SAM as a gift. Very fun, very cool. The double fireballs, it's a blast, increases evasion rates, defense, attack, and crit. You know, it's good to have. And then these jutsus are just OP. Cast a ton of balls, causing damage, and increasing the user's evasion effect medium. Very awesome. You know, and this is the other one from the second recruit, the speed ball bomb jutsu. Send a large bomb forward, decreasing an enemy's attack, evasion, defense, and crit rate. Also increases the movement speed, so you know it's beneficial. And then we got Zabza Momomochi. He is a 3 out of 5 star. He's got the giant vortex jutsu, land breaker, water style, water dragon jutsu, and silent killing. Moving along, we have Neji. He is a 2.5 out of 5. He is halfway because he has 2 ults, and he's just by far underrated. You know, he is fun to use. He is a good defender, but he is not very good anymore. Moving along, we have Itachi versus Sasuke. I will give him a 5 out of 5 star. I have his ult level 8. I also have his Amaterasu Blaze, but that's not the one I have at level 8. It's a Susanoo that I have at level 8. This is a Susanoo right here. The Tatsuka Blade, level 8 of 8. Does 60-second recharges, 90 free 20. And he is pretty beefy with an arm, but I'm not going to put it on him. Continuing on, we have Sakura, 1 out of 5 star. She is not one of my favorites. She could be a lot better, but you know, all of her moves just keep getting copied. You know, she has a slug, she has a defense up buff, she has a kick, a healing jutsu, and an attack buff. Really, she's only good for support. Don't use her, is my advice. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the 3rd Hokage, I would give him a 3 out of 5 star. Excuse me, 4 out of 5 star, because not only does he have 5 nature combo jutsu, he has a ult that only takes 40 seconds to recharge. And it inflicts seals in a large amount of damage. The seal lasts a long time. It's very beneficial if you're in the gate crashing that way. You know, he's got Enmity Niori and Lunge, Dragon Flame Bombs, you know, he's got Shuriken Jutsu, Mud Style, Mud Dragon, you know, the whole shebang, he's strong. Moving on to Nagato, 5 out of 5. Don't use him so much. I got his full kit. You know, he's got a gat. You know, most of his moves are taken from Pain, but that's because Pain was controlled by him for most of the Naruto series. 50-second recharge at level 3, does a massive amount of damage and inflicts DOT for a large amount. Moving along, we have Hishirama Senju, 5 out of 5, guaranteed. He always was one of the best. He has a 1,000 fist jutsu that's just OP, turns it invincible, it raises all stat natures. I don't have it. But yes, he gets a 5 out of 5 star because he has 2 sealing jutsus, and he is just a monster in attack or defense, no matter what. Alright, moving along, we have Guy Sensei. He is the basic guy. He's not in the 18th state. He is definitely somebody you should benefit from and use, because Guy is, let's face it, he was a monster when it came to the fight against him in Modern. You can't tell me that wasn't one of the best fights. So he gets a guaranteed 5 out of 5 star. So we have the Asakam Gatun, you know, an old classic, and it is one of my favorites. That is why it is on him. I do have Hiradora too, which actually is stronger. So let's put that on him and take a look at it. It takes 90 seconds to recharge, 350 chakra, it has 11% crit,
6320 for damage, and it's just, I've never used it, so maybe I will showcase it after I'm done showcasing every character. Moving on. Double Sharingan Kakashi. He gets a 5 out of 5 because of his Kumai Lightning Blade. I don't have it. I actually have his Kumai Shuriken. I have it at level 5, and it does a huge amount of damage. Very decent, 21% crit. Just the CP level is a little bit too high for my tastes. He's got Lightning Blade, Double Charge, Lightning Flash, Hidden Kumai, which is awesome. It raises the speed stat of everybody on the floor, Lightning Cable, and Mud Style Mud Wall. Very decent, very good character, good for paralysis. Now we have Naruto, 9 kills Chakra Mode. I give him a 5 out of 5 star. I have his ult at level 8, the Planetary Rasengan. Causes massive damage with a Planetary Rasengan and inflicts DOT. It also increases the user's critical hit ratio, which is pretty decent given that it doesn't take as much chakra. And you gotta see that Naruto has a lot of chakra to start, so he could do it several times. He's got a counter move, the Rasengan Rampage, really good. It increases his lunge resistance, also his attack power. And you know, it's the abilities of it go up at level 8. He's got a flash bullet, it's kind of like a teleport. It increases his movement speed and evasion, so it saves him from a lot of hits. Increases damage dealt enemies to slow movement. I believe his mini Rasengan Shuriken inflicts slow movement and also decreases defense. So he is a meta who just kind of shades you down in this guy. Then we have Pain Tendo. Pain is underrated. I would give him a 4 out of 5 star just because his Planetary Devastation is 11% crit, 60% recharge. It inflicts confusion and slowed movement. That's always beneficial. And you can just shoot him with the arrowhead, almighty push him, or pull him towards you and beat him down. He is by far a fun one to play, but not my favorite. Moving on, we have Itachi Uchiha. Itachi Uchiha is a 5 out of 5 star on all fronts. He has the Tsuki-no-Mi, always fun. 4,000 damage, inflicts confusion and darkness in a 2-time long, which is good. You know, he's got a fireball, he has the Atama Mirror, Mangekyo Sharingan, and I have the other ultimate, which is the Asaka Beam. And if you want to take a peek at it, it does this. It shoots a giant Gatama beads, causing a large amount of damage, also increases attack, and inflicts slow movement. Effect large. Alright, so yeah, going on. We have Conan. I just recently got her ult, and I wound up getting a second one from the summoning tickets. Haven't really used her, but she can be a healer or she could be an offender. She is definitely super cool to use. She has a lot of moves that prevents her from being hit while she's attacking, which is beneficial to people like Naruto Light and the others, but I wouldn't really want to compare those two. She gets a 4 out of 5 guaranteed. Very good, very good. Moving along, we have Hinata Hyuga. She is a 3 out of 5 star. She's not too bad. I just wish we had an adult version of Hinata, but we haven't had much fights with Hinata because she's a house mother nowadays in Boruto, and you know how it is for anybody who's a mom out there. Shout out. And then look, Hitachi jumped back up here because I put his Matra super easy. Moving along, we have Shikamaru Nara. Shikamaru Nara. I guess I would give him a 5 out of 5 star just because of his ability to use his brain and how many trap moves he has. And, you know, he has one that holds you in place. He has one where he can slide across traps, one where he can drop bombs out of the air. He can stab you from 2 directions from his shadow. You know, he's got the shadow pinning jutsu as an ult. It inflicts paralysis and DOT and a seal, which is always beneficial. See, and then this is the reason why I think a lot of people enjoy him. The genius tactics. Raises attack, defense, evasion, and crit of all allies on the floor. And that is just unreal. Like, they're both the same CP cost, so no matter what you do, either one you put on, it's going to be the same amount. But, yeah, fun stuff. Then we have Kimimaru, 4 out of 5 stars. He is a blast to use. His pin holder sits on the battlefield. and it works like something that makes their targeting system hit him. It sets off traps, it removes status ailments, and his ultimate's even cooler because it sits on the field. Sends endless bone pillars, causing massive damage, inflicting damage over time, and sets up a damage area. Not only that, but anybody in that damage area can't move. So that's even better. Then we got Mitsuki, my boy, 5 out of 5. Ferocious Snake is his ultimate. I need that level 5. He's a beast, all-around beast, personal favorite. Bandai, please give us a Sage Mode version of him. He is underrated. Doesn't have enough for how much I've grinded on him. He has wind style. He has lightning style, and that looks like all they show for right now. But he is definitely one of the ones I want to make my best one day. And then we have Naruto Sage Mode, who has a heck of a stream. He would be a 5 out of 5 because of his Sage art techniques, benefiting his range, making it so he can hit farther out than other enemies can, which is pretty cool. He's got the Rasengan Barrage, summoning Bring Down the House, the Chakra Gun for the Nine-Tails form, and I also have the Wind Style Rasen Shuriken for him. He uses natural energy concentration, and that can actually make it so that he can do distance. Let me read it to you. Absorb natural energy and increases the attack range of normal attacks, and recovers a large amount of hit points. It's very beneficial to have on him, because it makes it so any of your attacks go farther, including your Rasengan. And then we got Obito Uchiha, 5 out of 5 guaranteed, because he can appear up in the air, anywhere on the floor, instantly moves you to a nearby floor, causing damage, and inflicts the OT, setting up damaging area. If you cannot move, you will activate where you are, like if you're in the gate. That's how it works. His is awesome. His 10-tailed Cataclysm is just OP as crap. It hits everything on the floor. It randomly inflicts paralysis or confusion, so it looks like it's one or the other. Increased damage over time. It does increase damage dealt over time. And then he has a Giant Shuriken, which is awesome. Launches a Giant Shuriken ahead, causing an inflicting seal effect. Medium, increased damage dealt to sealed enemies. And then I'll show you his other ultimate. His other ultimate is summoning 10 tails. It's pretty much the same thing, except for there's a little lightning involved. It's fun to use, I guess, but I like the Cataclysm better. Brings him up higher. Very decent. Moving along, we have the old Tsunade. She is a 4 out of 5 because she was a meta healer. She used to be part of my team because of how easily she healed huge chunks of the health. Sends a shockwave, causing a large amount of damage, but 103 for a recharge is pretty ridiculous. But this is why she was my rider. She had 2 different healing moves. They're not both on her right now, but she has one that does a small chunk, and then she has one that does almost 2,000 at max. Then we have Jiraiya, 5 out of 5 guaranteed star, because his massive Rasengan, Jutsu, Sage Art, Back of Boiling Oil, and Saga Art, Fog. Most of his are all confusion based, damage over time based. And then we have Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi Hatake I would give a 4 out of 5 star, because he's just kind of been left behind by the rest of the meta characters. We got Lightning Blade, then he has Kamurai, and let's just face it, he is very fun to use. He's the only one that got the butt poker, which is the 1,000 Years of Death. We all know that if we've watched Naruto. Too funny, right? Alright, moving along, Jibito, or in this case, Obito 10-tailed Jinchuriki. He is a meta. He is a beast. He is a 5 out of 5, and he makes those fools deceased. He rocks and rolls from the left to the right. He's dropping them rhymes like it's tight. He's got them bougie bombs on his back all night because he'd be dropping these rhymes like it's wet. Alright, moving on. He's got the Sword of Nunaboko. Sword of Soul. It causes a massive amount of damage, ignores nature resistance, decreases invasion, and inflicts a sealing slowed movement. The best thing about it is he floats up in the air. He can't be stopped as soon as you activate it or hit. He has one that boosts his speed and evasions, one that puts damage around the field, another one that seals you, which is this True Seeker Scorch. Moving along, we have the Black Fireworks, True Seeker Defense, and Attack, so he is all around an insane kit to have. If you have him, by all means, make him one of your leads. And then we have Kankuro. nicknamed the God of Shinobi at one time. I don't believe any of these fools are gods. Let's not joke about that. But for real though, he definitely does have a heck of a weak hit. This move is the reason why it causes damage, inflicts poison, and slow movement, raises the user's attack. But it also increases the movement speed from a large effect, and at level 8 it decreases the defense, and it does damage to poison enemies, and it does more damage to poison enemies. Plus he has a bunch of other puppet jutsus, and this is the reason why he got the nickname he did. Secret black move Iron Maiden causes a large amount of damage, inflicting poison and seal, and sets it up a damaging area, recovers CP, same floor allies, defense, and crit, recovers their hit point, grants invincibility for a period of time, and has ninjutsu cooldown time. At level 8, Neon turns to large, and 35-second recharge is nuts. At level 8, it's 33 seconds, which is bonkers. Alright, moving along, we have KLM Naruto, Korma Link Mode, 5 out of 5 guaranteed, because he has that Susanoo slash. But mine has the wind style repeated with same shuriken. Very good jutsu to have, pretty fun. It inflicts slow movement and does multiple damages, but it has kind of a hell of a recharge. Then you got the Korma Cloak that turns him invincible, the Great Roar that boosts everybody's evasion, the Claw that boosts his attack, and the Korma Bite where he can recover his own chakra. All around good character to have, great negate, great defender. Oh yes, 5 out of 5. He used to be able to solo anybody's base until Naruto came along late. And yes, he is still a 5 and 5 out of my book. And he has a level 8 ult. His ult sits on the battlefield with a Matro Su, does OP damage. The only reason why he only has the shield on is because I had him on my gate. At one point, while Ashura had his ninjutsu cooldown time that makes it so there is no, and he would just hit you over and over again with that invincibility move. So thus, even if you did break through, he would still kill the crap out of you after everybody else died. And we have Shishui Uchiha, my boy, 5 out of 5, guaranteed, awesome meta. He has this one that seals their techniques away, raises your attack, raises the movement speed, does damage over time, seals them away, just unreal new kit. You have the Sukanomi, you know, that one's awesome, very fun to use. It just takes too much chakra, it increases the user's attack, awesome. You know, and then we have the Sukanoma. We have more than that, though. We could actually showcase that I have his other ultimate, level 8 Katawamatsuki. That one's awesome. No high on the CP cost, but 85% chance to be a critical. It inflicts hypnosis, causing a large amount of damage over time. Sealed and slow movement. Also turns the user invincible. 46-second recharge. Incredible. And then we have his new one, the Susanoo Flaming Sharp Spear. 57-second recharge, 129k, well 12k actually. 320 for CP cost, so probably the cheapest ultimate he has as of right now. Does massive damage, DOT, all allies on the same floor. Cannot be afflicted with status effects for a period of time. Increased damage to damage enemies with damage dealt over time. At level 8, increased length of time. Allies cannot be afflicted with status effects. So that's wonderful. Okay, moving along. We have Tamari. We have a 5 out of 5 right here because I have her ult at level 8. Yes, and someone is calling me. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't have time for all that. I'm moving along. Okay, everyone, I need to pause this stream and come back to it. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. We have Tamari, Naruto, Gaara, Ashura, Rin, Indra, Tsunade, Sakura, Kabuto, Madara, Sasuke, and then anyways, someone just tried calling me. I appreciate everyone's support and thank you for watching me today. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I will be back up tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming, and I appreciate your time. Please follow, please share, and tell me about to all your friends. Goodbye, and have a good night. Thank you for watching.